It's an interesting time for business. Tariff and trade policies are dynamic, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow, it's tighter than ever. If your business can't adapt in real time, you are in a little bit of hurt. So how do you get full visibility and adapt in real time? Over 42,000 businesses trust NetSuite by Oracle, your AI-powered business management suite. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all under one roof. NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP for a reason. It's your single source of truth, giving you the data and control you need to move quickly. Real-time forecasting helps you move into the future with confidence, and with AI built in, you can automate the busy work and focus on strategy. NetSuite helps you see what's stuck, what it's costing you, and how to pivot fast. If I were running a business with a lot of moving parts, I'd use NetSuite for full control over everything. Tame the chaos with NetSuite. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/SPI. That's netsuite.com/SPI. The perfect product launch. It's the goal for every brand marketer. High heat, fast sellout, and fans posting recipes like trophies. What do Sydney Sweeney's soap drop, Taylor Swift's tickets, and your next launch have in common? Well, they're not bought, they're bragged about. Fanfare turns your drop into a moment. Fanfare cues real fans, blocks bots, and builds launch experiences worth screenshotting. Want hype without the heartbreak? Get Fanfare's 5-step hype drop playbook with our proven success formula and make your next launch unforgettable at fanfare.io/playbook. Again, fanfare.io/playbook.
You're listening to the Smart Passive Income Podcast, a proud member of the Entrepreneur Podcast Network, a show that's all about working hard now so you can sit back and reap the benefits later. And now your host. When he listens to music on Spotify, it's usually the same song on a loop for an entire day. Pat Flynn.
All right, I did something that I told myself I was never going to do, ever. And the reason I did it is because people I trusted told me it was worth it. And this episode is a reminder of how valuable and powerful trust can be, and how much responsibility comes with that trust. Trust between colleagues, trust between family members and friends, and trust between you and your audience and your audience and you. So what did I do? Well, this might sound surprising. Some of you might not even know exactly what I'm going to even say here or what it means. But I finally started watching an anime called One Piece. That's right. Now, at this point, you might be familiar with One Piece as a title because that is a new live action that's going to be available on Netflix soon. That's not why I watched it. The reason why I hesitated to watch this thing is because there are over 1,000 episodes and counting. 1,000 episodes. Starting a show knowing that you're not going to get to the end at least after 1,000 episodes is wild, right? Literally over 1,000 episodes. And to make matters worse, they say, they being people who've gone through and watched the series, they say that it doesn't even get good until episode 300. That's bonkers. I said, why would you waste that much time? Oh, the story gets that good. It gets that good. And I heard that for the first time. I was like, no way, dude. Like, I got businesses to run. I got a channel to produce videos for. I mean, that is hundreds of hours of time. Every episode is about 22 minutes, so like a normal television show. But that's a lot of time after 1,000 episodes. And then I heard the second person say, yeah, but I mean, man, I got to tell you, it's the best story that I've ever heard anybody tell in any medium ever. No way. And then I had 2 trusted friends of mine who heard that I was getting into anime. I watched Hunter x Hunter. I finished like 4 or 5 different anime series. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and a few others. I gotta say, the storytelling's been really great. I have been really enjoying storytelling. Part of the reason why I'm watching the animes and I'm allowing myself to do this, because, you know, I'm very protective of my time. But in thinking of the next 10 years of my life, one thing that I do want to do is to start writing fiction. Whether it gets published or not, I don't care. I just want to write fiction. and explore those parts of my brain that I've never explored before. And what better way to do that than with the entertainment of anime and the plethora of stories that are available. And I've watched a lot of them, from Death Note to Demon Slayer to Hunter x Hunter to some movies like Your Name, a beautiful movie. I highly recommend it. It actually made me cry. But anyway, One Piece, 1,000 episodes to try to find this treasure. He hadn't found it after 1,000 episodes. Like, what's wrong with this pirate? I'm not going to spoil anything, and I'm not even saying this to try to convince you to watch it. But I swore that I was not going to start this thing. And currently, I'm on episode 82, so I haven't gotten to the good parts yet. But I do gotta say, I have been enjoying it. It's been nice to put on sort of at night right before bed, or when I have some time, just kind of over the weekends, I'll watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a row. I haven't been sort of just like sitting in front of the TV watching this whole thing. I got sick at some point a couple weeks ago. I watched it then. So, you know, when I can fit it in, I'll watch it. But I swore I was never going to watch this thing. And then here I am, and I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm committed to getting through to the 1,000+ episodes and to seeing what all the fuss is about a couple hundred episodes from now. But the point of this and sharing this story with you is that it was a couple trusted friends who finally convinced me to do it. They didn't force me either. They weren't like, Pat, dude, we're not going to be friends anymore unless you watch One Piece. Like, Monkey D. Luffy, come on, man, you got to join the club. No, there was no pressure. It was literally because they said they enjoyed it. These are 2 friends that I care about and love, and I wanted to share this with them. That's actually it. I wanted to share this with them, and I trust them. Now, if I get through episode 1,000 and it's not good, then I also know who to blame, which is a very real thing, right? Your recommendations to your audience are very important, and if they trust you, you got to make sure you make great recommendations. But these guys, I trust them, and I have been enjoying it, so I definitely don't feel like I'm going to feel like any regret or anything like that. But rather, that is how much trust can influence a person and what they do with their time. And the fact that this is about time makes it probably the highest kind of recommendation I could ever listen to, because it's not just, like buying something and maybe I could return it or whatever. I cannot return the minutes I get or that I put into One Piece. But it is the power of those relationships and trust that has gotten me to change my decision. My decision was final, and then it wasn't because of a recommendation. So how does one earn this kind of trust with their audience? Well, in some regards, it's never going to happen. But in many regards, it will. And I say that because these are 2 lifelong friends, right? And there's not really any way a regular audience member would ever understand or get to that level with me as far as lifelong relationships, right? I mean, we've had memories and ups and downs for over 3 decades together kind of thing, right? So no, it's not going to get to that level. But in your world with your niche and the audience that cares about that niche and that passion to go along with it, I mean, it can get pretty darn close, right? Even in a brand new relationship, somebody who proves themselves, somebody who vibes with you, they could easily take your recommendation. And that comes with a lot of responsibility. It's very important to recommend the products that you know would make sense for them. You got to be very careful, especially if you're talking about anything related to health and fitness and finance, right? Like, you can have a direct impact on a person's body and a person's mental state as a result of the things that you share and say. But that's also a very powerful and fulfilling thing, right? The ability to share something, to talk to somebody, to tell a story and positively impact a person's life is absolutely incredible. And I don't even know the impact that SPI has made. I know it's made an impact. I've spoken to thousands, tens of thousands of people over the course of the last 14, 15 years who have directly said that SPI has changed their lives in one way or another. But, you know, they say that and then they leave, and it's like you don't experience that. But each and every one of those individuals is now living a different course in life because of what we do here on the show and what we teach in our courses and in our All Access Pass and in our communities. And now the impact that community members are having on each other. It's just so freaking fascinating. I absolutely love this, and I don't think about it enough. but this is what spurred it on, this recommendation for One Piece. And so perhaps to bring this full circle, in the story, the One Piece is like a treasure that a very famous pirate left and everybody's now trying to find it, right? Very similar to the story in Ready Player One, where the developer left his treasure inside of his own game and people have been spending years trying to find it. Perhaps before we consider the fact that this treasure exists, and even if it does, it's that journey to find that treasure that allows us all to connect with one another, to find new relationships, to meet new people, to build on those relationships and experience that joy and that fulfillment of community. Even if I go through the 1,000+ episodes and he never finds a treasure, I think it will still be worth it for the story. And then now the conversations I can have with people about this story. I am now able to open up and speak the same language as some people, even through just 82 episodes. And it's really neat. I've found some new friends actually through my new viewing of One Piece, and I've become deeper friends with my buddies as a result of this. And even if there is no treasure on the other end, I will treasure the moments that happen while trying to find that treasure. So anyway, I don't know if that brought it home in a nice, eloquent way, or you could hear me trying to make up something, but I appreciate you, honestly. The 10 minutes even today, just that we spent together, means so much to me. And I want to say thank you to my friends and thank you. You are my friend. You listen to the show. You spend the time, and I do not take that lightly, to listen and learn. And I hope that you, in addition to learning and absorbing all of this, you take action. You go and you help others. You go out there and serve and figure out, like I talked about last week, who your up-and-comers are in the space that you're in, who are the people that you can serve right now. Even if you're just starting out, there are people in this world who need you, who you won't even know that you will have even made an impact on them until maybe in the far distant future, or maybe even never. But you got to go and help, because I think that's what's needed in the world. We need you. So step up. You got this. Take care. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers. Thank you so much for listening to the Smart Passive Income podcast at smartpassiveincome.com. I'm your host, Pat Flynn. Sound editing by Duncan Brown. Our senior producer is David Grabowski, and our executive producer is Matt Gartland. The Smart Passive Income podcast is a production of SPI Media and a proud member of the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. Catch you next week. Have you dreamt about being your own boss, but still haven't made the first steps to making that dream a reality? Well, I get that. Starting a business can feel super overwhelming with legal forms, paperwork, finances. It's a lot. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about Taylor Brands. Taylor is a complete business builder designed to make launching your business simple and stress-free. You can register your LLC in just minutes, keeping your personal assets and the business assets separate from day one. From there, you get access to everything you need to get off the ground. Legal documents, licenses and permits, invoicing and bookkeeping tools, and even a 100-day business coaching program, all designed to help you hit the ground running. You'll also get a free, personalized business plan, branding tools, and so much more. And of course, listeners of this show get an exclusive 35% discount to get started. All you have to do is head to taylorbrands.com/SPI. That's TAILORBRANDS.com/SPI. Stop dreaming, start building with Taylor Brands. I get it. You want to grow your business, but selling at scale feels overwhelming. You're drowning in complicated funnels, creating different lead magnets, or constantly posting on social media. And that gets exhausting fast, especially when you're trying to sell to hundreds or thousands of people. But what if you could sell at scale with a simple, powerful quiz? A score app quiz or assessment asks your audience key questions and gives them instant personalized results based on their answers. Your audience gets to know where they are now and shows them the steps they need to hit their goals. You can set up a quiz in minutes using Score App's templates and have a powerful lead magnet that'll do the selling for you. The best part is your audience actually wants to take this quiz, and you build huge amounts of trust before you even make a single offer. No hard sales, no chasing leads, just value at scale. Get 50% off the first 3 months using the discount code SPI. Just head to scoreapp.com/SPI. Again, that's scoreapp.com/SPI.